Hello, bookworms. This is Anjanette Potter, also known as Adam's Rib, with my book review for for my second leg of the Wow Women on Writing book blog book tour for author Mary L. McCarthy. So last Friday, you got to read an interview with her. You also got to read her guest post. I saw where she did get to visit. She got to visit my blog and leave a message for me. Hopefully, you guys will be able to get to talk with her again this week. So I'm, using new technology here, so I'm doing a vlog in place of writing to give my thoughts about Miss McCarthy's book. And before I go into my critique of the book, I'd like to give a little bit of background on the author and how she arrived, which is contained in the book. It's actually a very good book. I didn't get to finish the entire thing, but I will give you some insights on it and everything. So the genre, it is nonfiction, self-help to a degree. It's the second book within a trilogy. Her first book was called Journaling Power: How to Create the Happy Life You Want to Live. Now, her third one in this trilogy isn't out yet, or at least it wasn't out at the time that she wrote this one. So she has two websites. One is called Create Right Now, and Right is spelled right, WRITE. createrightnow.com. The other one is called justdoyourdream.com. So she is the chief empowerment officer of this site. She also has a YouTube channel. And I will put that information. I will be putting that information on the Bookworm page. I will also put the information on my YouTube channel if you happen to catch this review on YouTube. So she actually has a pretty inspirational story. She mentors health conscious people in using therapeutic journaling to heal issues in their tissues and grow and transform their lives. So she has multiple sclerosis, which resulted in the loss of her feeling and function on the right side of her body. And after doing research, she decided to try a form of writing therapy known as journaling for the health of it. So she had to learn to write with her left side because, as I mentioned before, she lost all feeling and function over there. She dedicated herself to writing daily with a practice called morning pages. She used journaling to improve her health, generate business success, create positive change in many areas of her life. So this is something that she's been doing for over the past 20 years. So she's gotten pretty good at it. It's actually a very encouraging, very positive book. So the reasons that she believes people should commit to daily journaling are to reduce stress. So to reduce stress, you write about painful emotions, helps to release intensity of the emotions, and I can attest to that. To promote problem solving because it gives you a chance to think before you act, which, is the next thing, calms you down. Radically shifts your current reality, gives you a chance to, there's a therapy called rational emotive therapy where you imagine the worst case scenario, and it helps you to work through your issues. So, this kind of is a support for that. Okay, the second reason she gives for people journaling is to relieve physical pain. It helps uncover contributors to pain, like side effects from medication, environmental triggers, and emotional distress. Okay, let me. Okay, let me get. Okay. So let me see here. Then let me look at find the rest of this. I thought I had wrote all the rest of this down. So let me see here. But from what I could see on the rest of the book, okay, reason number 4, to improve relationships. Writing about disagreements instead of stewing over them helps you to understand another's point of view. It can also allow you to gain clarity about people who are toxic to you so you can release them and develop new, healthy, satisfying relationships. And reason number 5 is boost memory and comprehension. So the author believes that composing your thoughts and ideas causes the mind to engage in cognitive recall. So cognitive recall it is hardwires information into your brain and increases your ability to remember. Exercises that involve cognitive recall have been known to reduce the symptoms of diseases like Alzheimer's. And she also, makes the point of stating that it can put you on a path to better health and wellness, give you positive energy, give you the inspiration and motivation to keep going, introduce you to targeted journaling, which can help solve your most pressing problems. Now, she also makes the point that when she started to do this, she also, okay, here we go. Here's the rest of my stuff. So she gives it, the first chapter, she gives us a bit of a testimony where she talks about her own personal journey with multiple sclerosis, and she goes into, it goes into depth, into even further depth with her own personal journey. Like I said, it's been 20 years. She's been journaling for the past 20 years. She said she noticed that once she started journaling, she regained the right side of her functionality on the right side of her body. She also takes 0 prescription drugs and haven't for the past 13 years. She stopped all over-the-counter medications about 8 years ago, and she dumped her health insurance and haven't needed it for 13 years, which I thought cool. And so she said she's been 100% healthy for 6 years with no signs of any illness. So that's her own personal journey with the whole practice of therapeutic journaling. Now, therapeutic journaling, if you're a creative person like I am, there are also other ways, but basically it's sort of a transference. Journaling is more or less like an outlet. What she's describing is a bit of a therapeutic outlet for frustrations and overwhelming emotions and everything. It's actually a really good book. I plan on doing some of it. The rest of after the first chapter, from about chapter, let me see here. So about chapter 2 on, it's now, once you hit chapter 2, she goes into the personal testimonies of different people who are also journaling, and they talk about the different ways they give their testimonials about the different ways that journaling has been beneficial to them. And at the end of the testimonial, she gives a writing prompt. So that's one of the things I plan on doing. I plan on finishing the book. And as I finish the book, I may even do a blog post of my own dedicated to this, because I really do believe in it. And because this is a book blog, and most of the people who are following this particular blog are bookworms and are writers themselves. I would urge you to, if you have copies of the book or if you're participating in the book tour, to try this yourself and see how it works for you. I'm gonna try the prompts, the different prompts that she gives. I'm going to try to do those daily and see how they work for me, in addition to, the other stuff that I'm doing. And I may go ahead and do a later blog post and talk about how things improve for me by going ahead and implementing this. I am a supporter of journaling because, it does help. I've had a diary in the past. So, like I said before, it's full of testimonies of people who have been supporters who participated in her journaling practice, and their testimonies of how journaling has helped them. And there's prompts that you can do. And so, like I said before, to me, it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. It's an excellent read. It is a very good self-help book, because it does kind of give you homework to apply. I'm a big I've been a psych student for about a few years now. I plan on going back to school to finish and and everything. And once I finish, but one of my favorite forms of therapy that I studied was a therapy called cognitive behavior therapy. And this kind of goes a little bit on that, in that it gives you, it examines your thought process, but it also gives you assignments to apply in your everyday life to change your thought process, which usually leads to changed behavior, and gives you the ability to deal with certain issues. Like maybe you might have an issue with anger, maybe you might have an issue with anxiety, and it helps to relieve those symptoms so that you're able to cope a whole lot better. I've done my own homework on cognitive behavior therapy, along with psychoanalysis, and how they work really well together. And I honestly think that this is, coming from that background, looking at the writing therapy, I think that I worked with a girl who had anger issues, and what she learned how to do was write out her frustrations and write out when she was starting to feel it, and that writing, it works. So I highly recommend it. So if you have a chance to get a hold of this book and do the exercises, you can hit me up on Bookworm and reply and let me know how it's working for you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pledge to finish the book and then do a later blog post on this to let you know what results I came up with as a result of going ahead and doing the prompts. So even though I know this is a very long review today, today is Friday. It's actually 3:20 a.m. Friday morning on the 19th, which is the day before my birthday, my born day. This post will be greeting you guys early in the morning. If you subscribe to my blog, it should, if you're set up to subscribe, when I'm done with it and publish it, you will get it. Promptly come and visit. As I said before, make Miss McCarthy feel at home. Feel free to have conversations with her, reply to any, feel free to reply to any comments that she makes or ask any questions if you would like. If you're on YouTube, feel free to comment and, ask any questions over there. And tomorrow night, I will be doing Eclectic Weekends at 11 p.m. So I have two things going on. I have this blog post, but I also have Eclectic Weekends. So come and visit. At Station Head. If you are friends with me on Facebook or any other social media, I will be posting, the Station Head app on my page so that you can come up in there. If you have song requests, go ahead and comment them on the Station Head app or wherever you see the Station Head posting, so that I can go ahead and get your song requests. And like I said, Spotify, my Station Head is generated through Spotify. So I highly recommend it as a streaming service. You pretty much any genre of music you can find it. I sing with one of our local vocal chorus, and we sing a lot of classical music. We sing jazz, and I have been able to find all of that music on Spotify to be able to practice at home. So you guys have a blessed weekend. I will probably be posting again on Monday. I plan on we're thinking about going to see the new Lion King that's coming out this weekend with Beyonce as Nala. And I forget who all the actors is, but I'll probably do a review of it and give you my opinions of how I liked it and everything. I've been liking the new. I liked the Aladdin. I gave my review on it and Will's interpretation of the genie. I don't think a whole lot of people thought that he could top Robin Williams, but he did. He didn't top him. He just did. His interpretation of the genie was equally as good as Robin Williams. I don't think either one of them could ever, outdo the other. So I'm looking forward to. I've already seen Beyonce's video, Spirit. That's kind of taken, I think, one of the songs from it. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I took my son when he was about 5 or 6 to see the original with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Simba and Jason. Lord. Jason, I can't remember his last name, but if you've seen the Jackson story, the made for TV movie that has been out and been shown on BET, he was the one that played Michael when he was very little, when he had the high pitched voice. So I think it's Jason Weaver. That's his name. So Jason Weaver was the singing voice for Simba in the original Lion King, the animated version. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one, and guessing some of the voices. Half of the fun in the 90s when a lot of these movies were out, half of the fun to go and see them was to guess who some of the voices were that were doing that, to guess some of the voiceover work and everything in there. So I plan on seeing it. If I see it, I'll probably be doing a review. So and I will talk to you guys. Probably I'll be posting again on one of the other blogs. I have about 5 of them. So enjoy your weekend. I hope to hear from you at 11 o'clock tonight for eclectic weekends and everything. And be blessed. Bye-bye.